Hello, my name is Stefan, SR Simulations from Berlin. I try to explain you today the major units of the GT86 simulator and to bring you more forward into the details of this unique simulator. So I tried to open this unit for information. The simulator right now is without battery supply because to saving the battery, to deflating it. So I must open the car with the key, a regular thing. So it's open. I have to open the bonnet. Actually like a real car. It is a real car. Opening and fixing the bonnet. Here is the resting point. That keeps the bonnet open. And then we see all the things we mounted into this unique part. Starting with the main battery switch, which disconnects the battery from the ground, so saving that the battery losing its power. So it's easily switched on like this way, you see it. Switched off and it's kept on a loom. So there is the hydraulic engine, which powers the simulator for the movement, consisting out of the solenoid block. Each block or each solenoid is in charge for one wheel architecture, so you are able to manipulate the alignment of the wheels with this little pinholes. If you would stick it in here, so the special wheel would go down or go up. This is for emergency issues. There's, I think, not many more to explain, except like maybe the oil filling and oil level measurement tool. But on this, on the other hand, we have a different way to measure, to check the oil level here with this gauge, which is very quite good visible. Then we have some highlights here, like the measuring points for the heat temperature. So there's always a circuit between hot and warm, hot and cold hydraulic fluid, which is inside the tank, saying this is the cold part and the hot part, and you always have to measure it in maybe every 2 hours to check out how is the behavior of the oil. So if the oil is below 100 degree, then it's fine. So, but the actual level will be around 50 to 60 degree. So there's a filter inside. So this is a little bit more technical stuff, which is regularly only necessary for the maintenance guys. Here's the game controller interface. This unit checks gas, brake, pedals, and steering, and handbrake. So and sends it to the computer interface, for further handling into the simulation. If I'm here on the front side, so you see right now that the simulator is not set up totally. So there is the main power loom coming out from the system. Actually, it is rested in a device here. Where? Here? Ich kann es nicht sehen. Da ist es. It's hidden. It's hidden. Here is a connector for the transport resting. So you find it if the simulator will be delivered in this way. So you can put it out, connect it to the main power supply of the booth or your shop. So and then you got power on it. Be sure that you hide the plug under the car where there is no way to touch some part of the car itself. So deeper into the car, that's fine, and then it's safe. So it must not be here because this is dangerous. The car is moving. So while we did these markings here, it's a very low part. So this could interfere with the plug, and this is dangerous. So it must be here in this area. Okay. And then inside the car, there is almost nothing to see because we tint the windows. So there's a projector inside, which has its power knob on the right side. It's very dark here, so I think hard to explain. There is an arrow, illuminated arrow, which shows the power knob, and you can switch it off. As well, there is a camera inside, an HD camera, which films which trims the front screen later on and brings it out to an external monitor. Into the car, so major things like the actual one, like a real one, is all tools for operating the car are as in a real car. So it means there is a power knob, there's steering, there's a brake, everything is there. You have to power up the car again, and so you got power to all the dashboards, all the lights for handling it. You got even the radio there, where we can have later on the sound from the game computer into the car stereo system. There's a camera which films the driver, and yeah, there is an AC installed, which if we switch this on later, so we have got cool air inside the car while we make our hot races. It's very comfortable. Going back to the trunk, I think this is open right now because we have battery on. So I think here is much more to see. So for one thing, there's the so-called one-switch box. The one-switch box is the main distributor of the power from the outside, from the 380 watts inlet to all the parts which are included as simulator units. You see with the white bulb here, so the white bulb here, that we connected the main lead to the car. Means okay, we are ready to go. So all other knobs and switches are in charge on making the hydraulics on, making the AC on. There is an hour counter for the hours of usage. There's a pressure gauge, which shows you then if I switch on the simulator, the main hydraulics, if there is pressure on the system and if it's the turning direction of the hydraulic engine in the proper way. So we can check this in a very easy way. I switch on the hydraulics and I have a minimal pressure here, and this shows me, yes, I have pressure. This is not the maximum pressure which the hydraulic can reach, but it's a so-called idle pressure, and this shows me the right way. Otherwise, if there would be the pressure at zero, so that means that the turning direction of the engine is wrong, and you have to install this, check this in the main connector, where you can turn the phase that the engine runs into the right direction. What else we have? We have main PC, which is in charge for the simulation, for the warping of the projection onto the screen, onto the curved screen. It's a little bit special because it has its power knob behind the corner, but we made some illuminated foils on it, so you see in the middle of the center of the white ones is the red one. It looks like the Japanese flag, so you can find it easily to switch this one on. Yeah. So we got the MCU. This is a black box, but it has much power in it. It checks the motion, it checks the speedometer, the drive speed attached ventilation of the car inside. So it's it's a black box. It just had been switched on and stays switched on the main time, and it makes its duty as it should. So there is a UPS connected between the main power and the projector of the PC. So if you switch off the main lead, so the UPS will go into it and buffers the power to the projector, for the projector and the PC, that you are, and giving alerts in that stage, the dangerous stage, that you have time to drive down the PC and the projector, not harming the bulbs and here the PC in itself. There is the Logitech 5.1 sound system, which is easily switched on here. So it's adjusted on a certain pattern. It uses the channel 2 in its input channels. So this is where the PC is located. You see it here. There are connectors. 2 is then fine, and the power will work inside the car. We have a battery loader, which is really important. I have to mention this earlier. So you have to switch on here. So it makes a short system test. checking if the battery is available. Yes, it is, and starts loading the battery in a very harmless manner, not to harm the battery while loading. What else? Here we get a USB hub, a very good one. There is the dongle inserted, which is in charge for the wireless keyboard, which is bound to the simulation system. On the other hand, on the other side are 1 amp charging USB ports, which are able to charge devices as the GoPro Hero inside, which sucks 1 amp, and a regular USB port would fail then in this thing. Oh yeah, we have a monitor, which is our control monitor. It fires up as soon as I have the PC started. I have various battery inlets, power inlets available for connecting some devices, maybe a battery charger for a mobile phone or whatever, as a spare. Oh, what can I say more? So down there is a big van working, which sucks all the warm air out of the car because of this tube we mounted between the inside of the car into the trunk, and then completely out of the car. Then this gives you a comfortable climate inside the car, because the projector is producing heat for sure, and so this will be sucked into the trunk, and from the trunk outside of the car. Not to see from here is a so-called subsonic amplifier, which is mounted under the car. This amplifier, maybe my colleague can show you where it is, where it's located. Actually, it's a fire and forget unit. Means it is on as long as the main power is on the car. So this amplifier is in charge for the seat shakers, which are high effective resonators, which brings the vibration of the curbs into the seat. So as I said, if you switch on the system, the bass shaker is working. I'm finding out that I forget something to explain you. It's good that we do it. There is no firing on the PC, no firing on the monitor, because I hadn't switched on the UPS. You have to switch it on to get power on the PC. If you look at here, it should be blue then if the PC is on, and it wasn't. So it means I have a second try and it will work. Okay, so ta-da! We have to switch on the projector. I do it from the other side so that we can film this. So, follow this arrow to the bulb, and behind the bulb there is the power knob. 1 time switching makes it on, 2 times switching makes it off. But he will ask you in the menu on the screen about, are you sure to switch it off? Alex, please explain me how to switch on the camera.
Only push the knob on the light.
This one?
Yes.
Or this one?
This straight on the light.
Right?
Right.
Good.
Okay. Camera's off.
So, okay. Projector is working, as you see. So the camera right now. Alarm, oder?
I think doors open.
The camera right now shows you that the projector is just working and sends its data to the front. Okay, this is so far done. Habt ihr Mozart, oder?
Nö.
Nee? Okay.
Hab noch halbe Zeit.
So, I think, gliding plates. I forgot the gliding plates. So we started, actually, which you have not seen, put the car on the gliding plates. There is a regular car jack. You set it up, your wheels, like you have an exchange of a defect wheel. So then you put the gliding plates below it, but you have to be aware there are the two different plates types, front types and rear types.
Da noch. Gleich zeigen.
Okay, so these are samples. Your real ones are black, but we find out that two of them are bigger and higher in the plates than the others. The higher ones had to be located on the rear wheels because of the AC, which is AC assembly, which is quite low to the ground and could if you would did not have made this changings. So there's a dangerous to hit the ground. So we extended the rear ones on 2 centimeters. So the rear ones should be here, and not the rear ones, the high ones at the rear, and the flat ones in the front. It's easy. Maybe come around and just show how the alignment. Actually, the wheel should be centered between inside and outside of the gliding plate, and not as shown here. So it's not the very best example. It must be centered. Yeah, and it's shown again the lower parts of the thing, especially as well the front cooling system. Cooling system front. We should show in the next video how to fire on the PC and how to work with all the programs which are involved in this project. Okay.